It's Howard Roseman from the Hollywood Cell again. Reporting to you from Oscar Central. This is the day after the Oscars, the morning after the Oscars, and I've been partying since October, when every single movie has a luncheon, or 2 or 3 or 4 parties. The highlights of this weekend were the Gus Van Sant, James Franco project that they did and mounted at the Gagosian Gallery, where they took My Private Idaho and took all the outtakes from it and made a 12-hour movie and a 4-hour movie. The Gagosian Gallery presented it, and it was filled with everybody from the art world and everybody from the movie world. It was very glam, and everybody came even though it was pouring rain. Then the next night, Ari Emanuel had his gala in a tent at his house. He and his wife Sarah hosted. They were very, very gracious. And there I met the very rarely seen Tim Burton, who was so sweet and so nice. And I mentioned to him that I knew Stephen Sondheim very well, and he said that that was the only person he's ever been intimidated by. And it was so sweet because I was intimidated by Tim Burton. Barbara Streisand was there. Hugh Jackman was very, very, very gentlemanly. Russell Brand was there. The very, very thin Jennifer Hudson was there. And when I told her that I created Sparkle with Joel Schumacher, she went crazy. It was all in all a great affair. I'm thankful that all these parties are over. Now we can get back to work. So it's the morning after the Oscars. I'm sitting here reading Variety. The Regal has landed, as I predicted 2 weeks ago. It won the 4 major awards for director, for Best Picture, for Best Actor, and for Best Screenplay. And I was particularly touched that David Seidler, who struggled so valiantly with his own stammer, brought his own personal identity to this movie, which resonated with the whole country. It was he was very gracious last night on the show, recognizing his children, talking about his own stammer, and there is no ageism in Hollywood. It goes to show you that if you write a good screenplay, if you're 6 or if you're 60 or 80, it really doesn't matter, which I'm very, very happy about. It was also very, very poignant that Natalie Portman won. We've watched her grow up since she's 11 years old. I've met her several times and spoken Hebrew with her and her father, Dr. Avner Herschlag. And she is just a darling, darling girl who's very sincere and very, very committed, and was so beautiful last night in the throes of her pregnancy. You can understand why everybody roots for her, because she's so committed. And that's a lesson for all of us. We've got to be committed to our projects and make them happen. The other highlight for me of this season was on Saturday afternoon. For the first time, I went to the Oscar run-through. The Oscar was produced by my good friend Bruce Cohen, who did a masterful job. I actually had seen the whole Oscar show. I just didn't know who the winners were. So it was quite exciting and very, very glamorous going to the Oscar, getting my credentials, and seeing the show in its bare bones. So this is Howard Roseman from the Hollywood Cell. If you have any questions, write them in to thehollywoodcell.com and we'll answer you in the next video. We're coming to a city near you very shortly. We're going to Austin, Denver, Vancouver, and San Francisco. These are my selling points. Take care.